And we're live.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to On the Lookout with me, Dan, my co-host Nerdy, and our special guest today. You know it's going to be a good one when we have Cliff on Comics here. So
I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
We love to have you
You
here.
were going to be the first guest, but you guys were all at Heroes Con, so I had to push you back.
Sometimes, unfortunately, that's how it's going to work out.
That is true, but you're here now, and we're glad to have you.
Hi, Christina.
Christina Payne.
Hey, Christina. Thanks for coming. Barry. For anybody who's just coming in, I have Cliff's link in the chat and in the description, so feel free to go over and sub them up. Same with Nerdy Geek. His link's in the description as well. So sub them up. Show them some love, as Christina likes to say.
I'm almost at 100.
Ooh. What's the total at now?
Last I looked, it was 82, which I'm going to say I'm okay with, considering this is my 4th week, I think.
Okay.
Or maybe 5th.
So hopefully by the end of tonight. Hopefully by the end of tonight we can get you up there.
It'd be nice. Maybe I should do a giveaway at 100.
Thanks for coming. Maybe.
I don't know about doing a giveaway at 100. I mean, some people are down for that. I'm like, I say road to 500. Make 500 special.
All right, let's make 500 special. Because Cliffy said so.
Yes.
And I trust in Cliff.
Now, if you want to do a random giveaway on the way up, I say fine, but don't do a celebratory one until you hit the 5.
We all do. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh my gosh, let's celebrate every little milestone. And I'm like, oh my gosh, let me save money and make the big milestone more exciting.
I did 150 and
Just
I
my point of
gave
view.
2 150 issues of Spider-Man.
Yes, see, I love that.
Yeah, that was really good of you, Dan. I actually liked that idea you did.
Of the original
That was my
ASM
goal,
or
man.
some modern?
No, one was original, one was modern. So
Ooh.
that I found for pretty cheap. So
I got my Superman. By the way, we were talking about Amazon.
Yes. But no, thank you for coming, Cliff. We appreciate you spending the time with me and Nerdy here tonight. We're going to dive right in here, and we're going to go and look at all the brand new number ones that came out this week. I read 2. I know Nerdy's read a few. Hopefully, Cliff, I know if you haven't read a few, that's okay. Okay, you'll at least be able to tell us a little bit about everything.
I'll do my best.
Cliff's a reader.
I am, but I didn't get to read. I only got to read one new book this week so far, and it's none of these, unfortunately. I did buy one of them.
That's good. It's a little slow. We're in the sticks here, so bear with me. We got the wind and the rain going on in the background, so hopefully no tree blows down.
Hopefully you'll be all right.
Let's hope so. So here's our first one. Fantastic Four, number 1. This is a Jihan Lee Virgin variant, 1 of 200. The Fantastic Four return with a new issue, number 1, kicking off a whole new volume of their adventures through time, space, science, and human condition. When the Fantastic Four take on Doom, things go well until they suddenly go catastrophically wrong, and there is in Earth's history, alone and isolated in wildly different time periods, Reed, Johnny, Ben, and Sue all have to fight for survival. Writer Ryan North, artist Humberto Ramirez.
Humberto Ramos. I gotta
Close.
I gotta do my Canadian translations. I see. I'm ready.
Yes, you will. But yeah, I picked this one up. Did you guys?
I did. I got the Alex Ross cover.
Oh, nice.
I forgot to pick this one up, but I will be going back to my shop this week to pick them up because I know they probably ordered a ton of these.
This was really good. I really enjoyed this right from start to finish. The story and the art were just both dead on. I loved how they split them all up in different eras, and they all had to kind of figure out what to do in each era and find the rock where they had to sign and then date to let people know that they're still okay.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I got the variant cover for that one.
Very nice, Alex Ross.
Indeed.
It was very good read. If you haven't read it or picked it up yet, definitely pick it up. I really enjoyed this one, and I can't wait for issue 2.
How was the interior art?
Interior art was really good. I'll pull it out so you can see a little bit. But yeah, the art's really good.
And you're a big Thing fan. How was the portrayal of
I am.
Thing in this?
Really good. I loved his attitude and everything like that. We kind of see Stu take over as the leader, though,
All right.
which is different.
Well, I'm gonna give it a read whenever I pick it up.
Definitely. Cliff, have you read this one yet? Are you going to?
No, I'm going to. That's the one I bought. By the way, Stu has led the team many times, and if we're gonna get really technical about it, more often than not, she's the leader and Reed is just the brains. I mean, do we not remember that he created a device to stop his son's super powering up that may or may not have killed the kid and just fired it? Just fired it on his son. Just hope for the best. I'm just saying. Sue, on the other hand, is like, we got kicked out of the Baxter building. We all went looking for jobs. And, you know, your Uncle Ben went to a construction site and everything was coming down, collapsing on everybody. And he saved everyone. And he got himself a job because that's who your Uncle Ben is. 100% hero. I really feel there's a major disparity between their parenting tactics. Point to Sue.
Well, Reed may be the smartest man or one of the smartest men in the Marvel Universe, but he's never been considered like a great parent, though.
Technically not a great leader either. And how many times has he been like, oh, I'm going to help cure you. I'm going to help fix this. He ain't ever helped. He's never the one.
Nope.
Every time Ben goes human, it's never Reed. That whole time where Johnny had to wear a special suit because he was all torn up, aliens helped Johnny, not Reed. Every single time. Maybe not every time, but more often than not. Too much, I would say.
Yeah, whenever you hear about the great leaders in Marvel, you hear Cyclops, you hear Cap, but you don't hear Reed Richards.
Nope. Don't feel like that would be big.
Nope.
And despite his many flaws, I do think Xavier makes a good leader.
At times, yes, he can make a very good leader. Depends who's writing him.
It does
But
depend
more times
who's
than not.
writing it. Storm's a damn good leader.
Storm is a fantastic leader.
Rogue proved herself as a field leader. So I like that. You know,
I love Rogue. I love how she was portrayed in X-Men 97. I'm hoping they keep that up. I'm liking that Rogue. I'm liking her in Uncanny X-Men. I feel like she gets overlooked a lot by how powerful she actually can be.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's like a writing stumbling block, you know? Just my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Robert Pop Springs for coming in. Thanks for coming, Robert. Appreciate it.
Hey, Pops, how are you?
Robert's one of my good friends.
Like I say, every time I see Robert, he's always the first one to leave a comment or like my video. Everyone. So I appreciate his support.
Robert's a really great person. He's been with me since I started YouTube, and nothing but great things to say. He'll reach out to me and email and ask me how my day's going and everything like that. So it's great to hear.
Nice.
All right, so we got another Fantastic Four one here, Nerdy.
We got another one.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four #1, First Steps, Phil Noto variant.
Yep,
so 4 years ago, the world was transformed as an amazing cosmic-powered quartet revealed themselves and their astonishing abilities to the public. Since that time, they have become world famous as a Fantastic Four. Now, to celebrate that anniversary, Marvel Comics recounts their very first exploit that saved our city from near destruction. Writer Matt Fraction and artist is Mark Buckingham. Anyone read this one?
I did not.
No.
I heard it wasn't very good.
Yeah, the movie stuff is never really very good. The only time they ever take off is usually because of some type of speculation, you know? And it's like, ooh, and then you're like, and like, there's two covers. There's two Phil Notos. One, they have the movie outfit, and one, they have this. They look comic book like.
Yeah, the Fantastic Four that we just reviewed, that one I was interested in. This one, nothing really caught my eye with it. None of the covers, the stories, like, I'll wait and see what happens.
The first Fantastic Four is the better of the two. This one, I think, it's just out because the movie came out. They're trying to just feed off it, I guess. Or the movie's coming out, I should say. Coming out on my birthday.
Oh, nice. So to me, it's like, I understand, the movie's coming out. Fun. They're gonna try and do a cash grab by putting something out, but put something good out so you can bring more readers in, more fans in that they're gonna want to stay, as opposed to putting stuff like this where they're going to pick it up. They're like, oh, that's not that great. And if it's the first comic they've read, they'd be like, well, if all comics are like this, I'm out. Put something good out if you're going to attach it to the movie. Just my opinion.
True. Yeah. No. The cover is one of the old covers from one of the old comics, isn't it?
It's an homage.
Yeah, it's homage to Fantastic Four #1.
Yep.
Just weird.
Nice.
Yeah. It's not nearly as nice because that original Fantastic Four is such a classic cover.
But I'm not picking this one up, bro. Are you guys picking this one up?
No.
No.
Not even a cover buy for me.
I heard the story wasn't even that great in it.
Hey. I already picked up the only one of these that mattered to me, and that was it.
Dan, you got this one, or you want me to read it?
Or is it my turn?
Yeah, I can read this one.
Your turn, but we didn't know if you were familiar with it.
Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Hold on, let me do something useful. Like, maybe read something. I'm having a week inside of a month.
Thanks for coming, buddy.
Inside of a year, inside of a decade, and it's just
so you be
lot.
Like my internet.
I feel you, Cliff.
So Marvel Swimsuit Special #1, the Pablo Villalobos 1 in 100 Virgin variant. The swimsuit special returns. Roxxon Comics is at it once again when they release their own unauthorized swimsuit special. Wasp is on the case and seizes the opportunity for Marvel's heroes to do their own swimwear fashion shoot all over the world. But fear not, true believers. We know what you're really here for, the supersized special featuring splash page after splash page of gorgeous art, but with a story so you can pretend you're reading it for the articles.
Oh, I love that at the end.
It is the truth. But yeah, I got
Nerdy, I know you picked this one out.
I got the Cyclops. I got Cyclops and Phoenix.
Yeah, that was a really nice cover. I like that one.
It's almost a perfect relationship. Wolverine is missing, of course. You know, he needs to be in between them to be comic accurate. And I don't care what anyone says, it happened. We can argue about it all the time. It happened.
I wanted the Psylocke one, but they were all out.
So I did pick up the Cyclops and Jean Grey. I got the cover with all 6 of them, the wraparound, and the Psylocke one. So
nice.
I did read this, and there is a story inside of it, and it's basically what it says. You know, there's a swimsuit issue that's made up, but it's done by AI. But the public is mad because they're saying, why are our heroes posing in risque swimsuits? And they start protesting. So, you know, Wasp, like it says, hey, let's do our own, because there's only one way to fight it. It's doing our own, but we do it more, you know, we actually show ourselves and we do it more respectfully. So they go and they find Wolverine in the Savage Land and they ask him to come and help, and they get as many heroes as they can. And then when they do the splash pages, it's a lot of old covers that you've already seen. It's not a lot of actually new art. It's more of, you know, old covers you've seen. And then by the end, and they put out their cover, basically what happens is now they're waiting for either the outcry or the appreciation from the public. And basically they learned what we already know. Something will be out, everyone will hate it, and then they forget about it and they're on to something else. So no one even really paid attention to the new one they had. That's it. That was the story.
It's great. A lot of great covers on this one.
Yes, this is basically a cover by. I mean, you could read
seems
it.
To be like seems to be the Cyclops and Phoenix covers one to get.
It's the one I liked. But I'll tell you what, I enjoyed it more than Godzilla versus the Avengers. It was a better read. It was a better read than Godzilla versus the Avengers.
What was a fun story? It was a fun story.
Godzilla versus Avengers? You thought that one was fun?
I did not pick this one.
No, I meant this.
Oh, okay. I got you. My apologies, Cliff. You gonna crack yours open, Cliff, or it's just the cover by?
What's going on, Comic Patrol?
Mostly, it's really just a cover by.
All right.
But I did.
Yes, thanks for joining us.
Brian, how's it going?
Yeah, I think those ones are just going to be cover buys, and like you said, there's a good story in there. But does the story like go close to anything, or is it relevant to any stories?
No, I mean, you can tell that they go to find, you know, Rogue and Gambit down in Louisiana, so it kind of keeps up with canon that way, because, you know, in Uncanny X-Men they're down in Louisiana, so they go and find them. You know, they go to the Savage Land to find Wolverine.
Nice. So I think this is the book that everyone was waiting for this week, and that's Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, #1, Scotty Young variant. It's been 8 long years since a bloodlusting brown bear drove into the city, kidnapped a kind young duck, dissected his body, and buried the pieces in the woods. The duck's family painstakingly sought justice, but this brown bear was smart. She covered her tracks, and in the 80s, there was simply wasn't a way for the Ducks family to find answers. Writers Patrick Korvick and Hassam Osman Ithelu, artist. Anyone pick this one up?
I picked it up, but I haven't read it yet. I still haven't finished the original Beneath the Trees because I didn't actually get onto that one until long after everyone had been talking about it. And I said, okay, let me give it a shot. So I think I'm on issue 3. So I still need to finish off before I start this one.
I love the original series. I picked this one up. I haven't read it, but I picked it up.
There was
I've
a
heard
lot of great
good things.
Yeah, the original series is really good. I mean, like I said, I've been issue 3 and I'm really liking it so far.
Yeah, I heard
but this one had a lot of great covers. Yeah. Go ahead.
Definitely. A lot of good things on this. I heard the story was really good. It ties in, like I said, to the first one. It's like right like that. You can pick it up and catch on. It's what would you call it, like a murder mystery or thriller?
It's not so much a murder. Well, yes, it is, because so you see what the bear does, but there's another individual in the first series that comes in, and that's where you're trying to figure out what's going on and what they're doing. You only have one room for a serial killer in that small town. But this bear was smart. This bear was smart. It goes into the city to get their victims, where the new killer takes it from the small town where everybody notices. That about right, Cliff? Because I didn't finish it. So
no, you're on the point. You're on point.
Yeah. And then if this is what it sounds like,
yep.
Yeah, if this is what it seems like the first victim we see in the first book is this Duck's relative who's coming to look around. The only thing that bugged me,
great art in this too.
Yeah, they were really good. The story was good. I mean, it was all real entertaining. It's just that they're anthropomorphic animals, which I'm fine with, but then there was actual animals of the same species in the book that were wild, and I'm like, wait, why are some smart and wearing clothes and others are just regular? But I get it. It's a comic book, whatever. But stuff like that will get me sometimes.
Cliff, any thoughts?
No, I just, I don't know. I can't wait to read this one. It's the whole thing of the first one is about copycats, predatory obsession, territorial obsession. I don't know if you've caught that, because she never kills within town limits. Her copycat does. And it really starts getting in her head, and she's like, I gotta shut this down, but what if it's someone I actually know, and then I gotta violate my own code and kill someone here? Like, all of that. It's great. It's great. And yes, Comic Patrol, humans are animals too.
And he said, Beneath the Trees is amazing. Go buy it.
Yeah, it's really good. I've been enjoying it. I'm looking forward to finishing it up. So next we have Batman, Gotham by Gaslight #1. This is the Bill Sienkiewicz variant. Bear witness to the formation of a new kind of Justice League in a steam-powered adventure that will bring these once familiar heroes from the open plains of the Midwest to the frenzied Arctic as they unravel a mystery of alien artifacts from the Kryptonian age. This jaw-dropping sequel series is not to be missed. Writer Andy Diggle and artist is Leandro Fernandez.
Yeah. Other than this cover, and by the way, I still didn't buy this book. It's a great cover, but my interest level is so low.
Did you read the original series, Cliff?
The originals, you mean the last series that was a sequel to the one shot from ages ago?
Yes, the one that just ended.
No, that shit was slow and boring and doing nothing for me. Find me someone who actually read the whole thing and enjoyed the whole thing. You know? Find them. Bring them to me.
There you go. There's one right there.
I read this one. I really enjoyed it.
No, not this one. Gotham by Gaslight, the Kryptonian Age.
I got you.
I'm just saying it didn't create a universe that I wanted to explore. Gotham by Gaslight, a Victorian Age Batman battles Jack the Ripper. The Kryptonian Age was nothing like that whatsoever. And I'm like, this is not interesting. I don't want another simple temporal rendition of the same bullshit. Why are we doing this? I don't understand. It's a gorgeous painted Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Probably the most memorable thing that this thing will have as a legacy. And Andy Diggle, I guess he's like a fine writer. Like the best thing he wrote was The Losers at DC, which became the 2010 film. That's my favorite thing that he wrote, you know? But he wrote Green Arrow Year One. Memorable. He had a run on Daredevil. Memorable. You know? He wrote the epilogue to the Daredevil Shadowland event. Shadowland After the Fall. Memorable. He wrote Adam Strange, Planet Heist. I don't remember that at all. Maybe that's the black label one, right? But if it's not, I don't remember this at all. He wrote some issues of Batman Confidential. He wrote some Hellblazer. He wrote some Thunderbolts. He wrote some Swamp Thing. He wrote some Judge Dredd, you know? But is any of it outside of what I would say The Losers truly memorable? I don't know. Like, he knows how to do gritty and he knows how to do espionage and he likes being punk rock, you know? Do I feel like that fits in here? Not really. Am I interested? Not really. Have I said too much about this? Absolutely.
Well, Comic Patrol agrees with you, Cliff.
Thank you, Comic Patrol. Thank you. All right, this next up.
I actually enjoyed this one. They're different. Martian Manhunter is a dick. We don't see Batman really in this one in the first issue. We see Superman, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, and Green Lantern. And Harley Quinn is in here as a villain. But we don't really see Batman in it at all for the first issue.
Sounds about right for a Batman book.
It needs.
Yeah,
if
I
they
thought
make
it
that,
was pretty weird. What's going on, Bruce?
if they want this universe to be interesting, Bruce, they want this universe to be interesting, they got to get back to the roots to make it interesting. We have a Justice League. Who are they going to battle and make it interesting? Batman straight up went after Jack the Ripper. Can the Justice League battle Dracula? I mean, like, give me something, you know?
Yeah. So I didn't read the whole thing. I gave it a shot. I got through about 7 or 8 pages and I just couldn't get over the language and it seemed really slow, a lot of exposition, which I get. It's a #1 book, but you know, Tinian can give us a #1 book with a lot of exposition and it's still entertaining. This one just didn't grab my interest. You know, I would buy this cover, but I don't think I would read the story based on the first issue.
So we're agreed.
I don't know. It must be like a Wild West thing or a country thing because I really enjoyed this.
Oh, I'm down for a whole steampunk thing and the whole, you know, that whole look and everything. Like I collect the Zenoscope Van Helsing because it looks like a steampunk Zatanna to me. And that's such a cool look. I collect those just for those covers and that's it. If DC were to give me a steampunk Zatanna book, I'd buy it.
Yes. And number 7.
This one's yours, Cliff.
Superman Treasury 2025 #1 movie variant cover. There's 3 freaking variants to this, by the way. Written by Dan Jurgens, artist Bruno Redondo. When a vicious armada of extraterrestrial extremists launch an all-out invasion on planet Earth, only Superman can stand in the way of total annihilation. But there's something different about this attack. It's deadly from both without and within. It's a tale so titanic we had to tell it in treasury size to celebrate the summer of Superman in style.
Dan, did you read this one?
I did not. You all know I'm not a huge Superman fan, so it did not interest me. I will go see the movie just because I will not disappoint Cliff or any one of you guys. I will see the movie and support it. But I do not read Superman, so I did not pick this one up.
I love Superman, and I can't take all these giant and treasury-sized fucking things. I can't. I can't. Like, I'll probably scoop this up, but like, I don't know. They are working my last nerve with these treasuries. Working my last nerve.
So I read it. I read it. It is a long book. It felt like I was reading 3 issues of a story. It had parts where it was like, oh, this is really cool. Then it had other parts where I'm like, all right, let's get back to the main storyline. Basically, like it says, extraterrestrials invade. Superman goes to try and stop them. He disappears, leaving the Earth on its own for a while. The watchtower is destroyed, and all the heroes are trying to combat the aliens, but they're all getting stopped and taken out. And it seems like they're looking for John Kent because reasons for the aliens have reasons to try and find him. And as they're trying to put up the defense, these aliens quickly, like in a matter of a day, basically take over the Earth and stop all the heroes. And everyone is still trying to figure out what happened to Superman and why is he not here to save it. That took basically 3 issues of storytelling in that book because it was not for me, man. It was just too long and too drawn out for the little story I gave you. It could have been done easily. It is 1 issue, but it is a long issue and a long read.
I get that they're trying to make it special, but it should also be captivating.
It was not captivating.
Was it a struggle to get through it?
So, get it if you like the... Yes. But remember, again, I have ADHD and I'm dyslexic, but it was a big struggle. Well, Exquisite Corpses, that was 60 pages. I got through that in 1 reading. I loved it. This took me 3 tries to get through.
3 tries. Well, that speaks volumes.
Yeah. So, if you're a Superman fan and you want a big treasury, grab it. But if you're getting it for the read, I wouldn't bother.
Yeah.
And that's where it begins and ends.
For me, yes. So we have Predator Black, White, and Blood, #1, Muhammad Asar variant, a young here, but his hunt goes south. Running with some humans from a covert or convict colony will change the
Convict.
I can't even say that. Of everyone's lives.
Trajectory.
Thank you. Take readers on a journey never before seen in Predator universe. Writer Joe Kelly, artist Alvaro Lopez. Hopefully I did that justice.
You did all right. Now, I do like Joe Kelly as a writer. And Alvaro Lopez is a consummate artist. I don't know how interested I am in Predator at the moment. Look at Kingdom of the Nerds going, no.
Okay, so this was another one. I was like, all right, I will sacrifice and I will read this one. But after pushing through Superman, I got through a few pages of this and I was like, nope, I'm done. The art didn't really do anything for me. The story didn't grab me. And instead of sitting here and saying, I'm not going to waste my time on this, I'm done. So I did pick up a couple of these covers just because of the covers, but that's it. Now, if somebody else read it and made it all the way through and said it was good, maybe I'll give it another shot.
Yeah, I didn't even bother picking this one up. If I did, it
usually when you get a black, white, and yeah, that's exactly why I got it. And usually with these black, white, and bloods, they're rarely very good. You know, they're mostly cover buys.
Yeah, pretty much they're bad. This might be interesting. The Predator, now, unrelated to this, but still, other than it's still Predator versus Spider-Man has been kick-ass.
Yes.
It's been phenomenal.
Yes,
that one was like, they were like, you know what? We read the assignment, and we're going to deliver.
Yes, that one has been great. I love that one from the first issue. It's a slow storytelling, but I was there for it. They just kept building it and building it. So yeah, that one has been a good story. This one did not get my attention.
Yeah.
Dan, did you read Predator versus Spider-Man?
I did not. But it's on my, like I told you backstage, just in my bundle that's coming.
Okay. Yeah, that one's a good read. I enjoyed it. And look, Cliff enjoyed it too.
I heard a lot of good things about that one.
I'm starting to feel like Cliff and I have the same taste in books.
I mean, there are worse things to have.
All right. Planet Death number. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Planet Death #1. This is the J. Lee variant. Millions of miles from home, hundreds of ships descend into the stormy atmosphere of a hostile frozen world. On board, an army of resolute men and women brace for the coming onslaught. They are an invasion force on an impossible mission. Destroy the devastating enemy weapon garrison below. Corporal Scott and his battalion are in the vanguard, but the human forces are no match for the brutal alien adversaries. Scott's battalion is dead within moments. He is the lone survivor. The landing force annihilated. The battle is lost. Writer is Robert Venditti. And artist is Tomas Llorello.
Yep.
Is that right? Yeah. This is one that I did not have on my radar, and my shop didn't have it, so I did not read it.
I heard nothing but good things about it, but I stay away from Bad Idea because I have it in my head that they're the gimmick book company, and now apparently this is not a gimmick book. This is a serious we're selling comics in shops situation. So I may have to approach this differently. So that's all I
did not pick this one up.
From the synopsis, it sounds really interesting.
Yeah, it does. The synopsis sounds really good.
All right. Well,
Comic Patrol says Planet Death was light on plot, but still awesome.
Okay. Nice. Bad idea.
All right. Next up, it's Jeff, Infinity Paws, #1. Writer, Jason Liu. Artist, Now Fuji. The Christy Zulu variant, of course, this was a Marvel Infinity series that is published. Pets of the Marvel Universe unite! Jeff the Land Shark and his friends have been caught in a struggle over the Space Stone and flung across the galaxy to the middle of nowhere. They'll have to work together to get back home. But what's a trial-based odyssey to the pets of Earth's mightiest heroes? Also, where do these cats come from?
Aren't those the cats probably from the Marvels?
One of them is a Flurkin, the one with the tentacles coming out of his mouth. The other three, I am not sure.
Well, but remember in the Marvels, the Flurkin had all those eggs, and they were.
I know, but like just because that happened in the movie doesn't mean it's we have it all over the comic now.
But
there's room for other things.
I don't know any other cats though in the Marvel universe that would be here other than those.
Also, where is Aunt May's dog? Like, why isn't she here? Ms. Lion, right? Where is the Inhuman Lockjaw?
Oh yeah, should be here.
Yeah, I'm just saying I feel like there are other super pets worthy of being in attendance, not just all these damn cats.
Lockheed could have been here.
Lockheed easily could have been here. Lockheed is a Pet Avenger member. Yeah. Along with his Lion. Show some respect to that history. Come on.
So I picked this one up mostly because of the Christy Zulo cover that we're looking at right there. I love Christy Zulo's work. I haven't read it yet, so I couldn't tell y'all how it goes.
They're like pushing out this Jeff stuff, eh?
Oh yeah, they know what sells.
Like this is another number one. We had one last week too.
But they're different one-shots that collect online stories. So that's the trick. That's the trick.
I was able to enjoy the Jeff series that Marvel put out online. I mean, it was rare if you would get more than one word per issue because it was mostly just looking at the pictures and getting the story from that. But they were entertaining, not great. But I mean, if a little kid gets it, they can get through it.
That's good. It'd be good for. I guess it's still trying to pull in those kids into comics too. That's what you're talking about.
And all those Marvel rival players. What's next, Dan?
I'm waiting for the slides to kind of go through here.
I got you.
But oh, there we go. So we have the Unchosen, number one, David Marquez Adaya variant, 13-year-old, a massive explosion, a scene of devastation that she caused, pursued by a rival force wielding incredible power. She must discover who truly wants to help her, who wants to control her, and the truth behind her own mysterious past. Writer David Marquez and artist David Marquez.
Cliff, did you read it?
Nope, I heard about it. And
so
I
read it. I really enjoyed it. I did not know anything about this. I just went in cold, and I really enjoyed the story. David Marquez's art was great throughout the entire book. You know, he's been doing the Uncanny X-Men series, so if you like that art, I think he actually steps up his game for this series. It was really interesting, a real big anime vibe. I'm down to keep reading it. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up issue 2 because I really liked it.
This was the one book I was looking forward to this week, but I did get the variant cover of this one, and I'm excited to read it because it does have me intrigued on it.
Yeah, it's of course it's one of those where it starts out with you don't know what's going on. The main character doesn't really know what's going on, and then you're both trying to figure out what's going on together. It's introducing you to the world, to characters, but the way they do it, it keeps you engaged, and I really enjoyed it. It's almost one of those where it makes you want to know more about this world and what's happening. So you know that got me really good. So Yeah, I would definitely recommend this one.
Nice. I think that's his first book too, isn't it? Like his standalone book.
Yes, I think it's his first writing a book, because he's done a lot of art. I don't think he's written anything. You know if he's written anything, Cliff?
Wait, Kevin Smith?
No, the one we were just talking about, David Marquez.
No, I was gonna say I tuned out immediately after. After, did you get it? No.
All right. This was mine, Dan.
This is yours, right? Yes.
Okay. All right. Archie meets Jay and Silent Bob #1. Capcan Comics, Andrew Thomas variant. Kevin Smith takes the teens you know and love from Riverside to the wildest ride of their lives. What's supposed to be a summer job at the Quick Stop for Archie Andrews turns into so much more, from a budding friendship with the co-worker Randall Graves, crashing a Pussycats concert, a potential new love interest, Jay and Silent Bob being, well, Jay and Silent Bob, and a musical number that will be burned into your brain forever. Writer Kevin Smith and artist is Fernando Ruiz.
Hey. By the way, David Marquez did art on Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man back when Bendis was writing it. So that's worthy.
No, we were asking if he had written anything.
Can't find writing credits.
Yeah, we were saying this, that we think that's his first book for writing.
Oh, he did co-write The Vigilant for Ghost Machine.
Okay. Well, Ghost Machine stuff is pretty good. I didn't read The Vigilant, though.
Well, I don't remember where The Vigilant fits in. I don't know if it's a backup story or whatever. But he's there. He's in it. He's done. He's putting the work in, folks.
So I did pick these up. It was the cover by. I haven't read it.
So this cover right here is actually the one from my LCS. So Capcan Comics is actually my aunt. That's where Kevin Smith he owns that. So it was kind of cool
nepotism.
But yeah, so I thought that cover was kind of cool.
Okay. So first, is anyone on the panel a Kevin Smith fan?
Dan?
A fan of his movies. I haven't read anything by him though.
Okay, I'm a Kevin Smith fan. I picked it up just because of the few covers that were there. I got the Panosian and the regular cover A. I haven't read it yet. It wasn't a big plan to read it. I'm not a big Archie fan, but maybe I'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
Cliff, did you pick this one up?
Hoping that they throw this in.
I like Kevin Smith, not enough to go on this little adventure. So it's a no from me.
Okay.
I'm hoping they throw this in my stack I've ordered. So, Cliff, this one's you.
This one is yours, Cliffy.
This one is me. Sorry, I'm trying to make my phone do things and it refuses. Darkstalkers X Street Fighter Blood Throw #1 Brett Bean variant. Fighters like Cammy, Charlie, Felicia, Tailbane, and more find themselves trapped in the Darkstalkers dimension, along with half the city of Chicago. The World Warriors and Night Warriors must join forces to protect thousands of terrified humans from endless hordes of demonic creatures. Unfortunately, these heroes of two worlds may tear each other apart first. Writer Tim Seeley, who I love. Artist Alberto Jimenez Albuquerque. Go pick up yours now.
Is that your recommendation?
Yes.
Okay.
I am actually going to pick this one up.
Mostly what?
Mostly because I've interviewed Tim Seeley and he's great.
Okay. I didn't read it. I didn't pick it up. It's a cute cover. I don't know anything else about it other than what Cliff just said.
See?
I'm actually going to pick this one up because it's Dark Stalkers and Street Fighter, the two fightings combined. So the story in this is excellent. So, and I love Albuquerque's art. So this is right down my alley.
All right.
I dig it.
And I love this cover too. So we have Wild Animals #1, Robert Hack variant. Neil's life has been killed by crooked cops. 15 years later, Neil's mother lays on her deathbed and he's stuck in a dead-end job. Has nowhere to live and no hope to speak of. Life keeps kicking Neil and he keeps taking it. Too frightened to fight back. Writer Ed Brisson and artist Andy Kahn.
Who read it?
Anyone get this one?
I flipped through it.
Did you flip through it because the art? Or
Yeah.
So I read it. When I first opened it up, I saw the art and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this. The first couple of pages, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get through this. But then the story caught my attention and I just finished the book and I overlooked the art and I actually enjoyed the story. This was really interesting. You can see where he's going from this. It's one of those where, you're basically, like it says, he's down in the dumps and he gets to the point where he's like, what else have I got to lose? And he goes for it. And I enjoyed this read. I thought it was a really good story. Again, the art wasn't great, but once I got into the story, I just overlooked that and I just enjoyed the story. So it was actually a good read. If it sounds interesting to you for the synopsis, pick it up.
This one would be right down my alley because I love.
I would say give it a shot.
I love the cop kind of vibe with it. It kind of reminds me of Sam and Twitch with the crooked cops and everything like that.
Yeah, I really liked it. You went backwards.
Uh-oh.
And it's got some great. I think
No.
it has.
Salud.
Gracias. Two covers, but the same one on the slides.
I think.
I noticed that the last one repeats itself.
All right. Yeah, that's from the new #1s we had.
Yeah.
So there was some good stories in here. There was some that just were slogs to get through, and others I didn't even bother after the first few pages. But there was some good interesting reads. So, your average comic book week, some good stuff, some crap.
I wouldn't have even called this an average week because this week was like a slow week.
Well, we're only going by our #1s.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Sure.
Dan,
And then
you pick
there's
anything up?
some surprising #1s. Yeah, I picked up a few. Like I said, we got the variant cover, Fantastic Four. And I did get
Nice.
the Gotham by Gaslight cover because I really
Nice.
enjoyed that. I finally got the Batgirl #9 in, which this series has been amazing. I really love this series.
Yeah, a lot of people say that they like that series.
I got Gotham City Sirens #2, which was amazing again, same as the first one.
Oh, I forgot
I've never
to
read
pick that one
Gotham
up.
City Sirens, and I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah, the first issue was really good, so I need to go grab that real quick.
And then I got Transformers number 22, the variant with all the Decepticons.
Nice. Love seeing Soundwave right there.
It's so good. I loved it. I haven't read that one yet. That one's on my tomorrow read list.
All right.
But what did you guys pick up? Anything?
You got anything to show off, Cliffy?
No, because I left them in the car. But I picked up action. I picked up Action Comics. I picked up Absolute Superman. I picked up Fantastic Four #1. I even got a blank variant. Maybe I'll have fun with it in the future. Trying to remember what else I grabbed. Grabbed Fire and Ice. I think I grabbed Green Lantern Corps. And Miles Morales every time. The swimsuit issue, I mentioned that. Ironically, Spider-Man, Predator vs. Spider-Man's second print came out recently. Trying to see what's right. Oh, Supergirl #3, picked that up. Toxic Avenger, picked that up. Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion, picked that up. Uncanny X-Men 17, picked it up. And that was it. That sounds like everything. Cool. I did stuff.
All right, so I'm going to start off with the books that we did cover today. Like I said, I got the Chrissy Zulo cover of Jeff. And like Cliff, I got the Cyclops and Phoenix cover. Really good cover. And I don't know who did this one, but of course it's the one where they're all on the beach with the wraparound cover. And I did pick up Beneath the Trees #1. So once I finish the first series, I got to start this one. I did get my Superman from the IMAX yesterday when I saw it for the second time. It's just a recovered All-Star Superman #1. But that was a great series. So if you never read it, pick it up. I got the Magic, the retro looking version. I really like that one.
I like that cover.
The Hello Darkness, the 1 in 20 Dan Panosian. No one said it, but I'm gonna say it. To me, it looks like they're just drawing Flemek Jensen, the original Jean Grey in the X-Men movies. That's who that looks like every time I see it. Or Famke, that's it, Famke Jensen. The 1 in 25 Supergirl. Really like that cover.
Is that story any good?
It's just a fun story. It's not, world ending. She's going back to her hometown. Turns out that she has a doppelganger there, and she's trying to figure out what's going on because no one believes that she's the actual Supergirl. And then, of course, they get into it. I mean, it's been an entertaining, fun read. It's nothing great, but I mean, if I can see young people like maybe enjoying it. I mean, I'm having fun with it. Sometimes you just need a real light read. Cliff, you said you're reading it, right?
Yeah. It's good. It's consistent.
Yeah.
I may be dropping new books. I don't know. I'm all over the place.
You look like you need to get back to that Quince, Cliff.
No, I look like that Quince destroyed me.
And then I got the new, Mutina cover. I like that one. I wish I had gotten the 1 in 50, but I have to settle for that one for now. And then, like Cliff said, the second printing came out, so I grabbed another one, even though I got the original one. I really love this cover. This cover's so good to me. I wish they had done a 1 in 25 version, but I'll just take this one, I guess. That's everything that I got, or that I was going to show today anyways.
Right? No shame on that.
Nice.
It's beautiful
Those
stuff.
are some great ones. I missed out on that X-Men cover, the Uncanny one.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm
I
looking
forgot
forward to
all
getting
about
into that.
one.
Oh, I did pick up the 1 in 25,
But
the
yeah,
one where they're at the theater and they all look like they're scared from the movie they're watching. I thought that was a cute cover, but I got it on online, so it hasn't arrived yet. I actually got it for
Bruce said that
$6.
trade dress. He.
Yeah, because he got the 1 in 50,
What's going
so
on,
he's
Mike?
just rubbing it in.
Yes, that's true.
Mike,
But
what's up, man?
no, I want to thank everyone. I want to thank everyone here for coming out and watching us tonight. We do appreciate it. Me and Nerdy in here tonight, even though we're having like technical difficulties on my end, we all push through it, and I appreciate you guys bearing with me for this technical difficulties on my end. Cliff, it's always a pleasure whenever you're here. You always bring the smiles, the joy, the laughter,
The hate.
the swear words, but we still love it.
Threats of over.
Nerdy, as always appreciate you being my co-host, buddy.
Appreciate you, Dan. Thank you. Thank you for trusting me after me only been here for a week.
Next week we have Matt, Heroes for Hire, coming on with us. So check that out. So it should be a fun time. Thank everyone in the chat for being here with us. Appreciate it.
Go subscribe to Cliff.
And subscribe to Nerdy. Let's get him to 100 this weekend.
100. And if I get to 500, I'll do a nice giveaway.
How far away are we from 100?
18.
Jeez, man. I guess that's better. Last week it was like 55, right?
It was 60 something.
Right, because all I remember was one of my homeboys was like, we can't. There's only like 9 of us. They're like, we'll make a little dent, you know.
I mean, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, so I get it. You know, if I get there, I do, and if I don't, you know what? I enjoy being on these shows with y'all, so I'm all right.
Exactly.
Yes. We're all here to have fun and hang out and talk comics.
Until YouTube declares us spam and comes after us.
Oh, geez. Let's flip those cards, Cliff. Let's do it.
We're not at the flipping car stages. We need to get a response, and they need to address him in a more suitable manner. And then we could go, and if that goes poorly, then we could go into Strike Force. We could do Strike Force Alpha, where we'll remind YouTube of all of its unsavory past and present, and how dare they come after a decent human being. Do you like that? Do you like that one?
No, I want to flip cars and do some damage.
That's the equivalent of flipping cars.
No, it's not the same.
Equivalent.
I want it to look like Philadelphia after one of their teams wins the championship.
Yeah, but they're not even based in Philadelphia. I don't even know how to find the physical YouTube.
Can I just send a really nicely worded note that sounds bad, but it's really nicely worded in Canadian language?
That's right, what Cliff did.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yes, I'm strike one. I'm being a pleasant Canadian, as my father was, being like, you've treated my friend unfairly. Please do a manual review.
All right. I tried to sign up for X, but every time I did, it would let me put in my name, let me put in my email, my date of birth, and then I just get a blank screen and it would never update or change. So I think they know I'm coming.
That's unfortunate. But I am gonna come up with I'll come up with an attack method for Instagram.
Okay.
So we could do like the layered attack, like the Night Witches in World War II from Russia. Wait till it's just dark enough in the dead of night and just come flying in on crop dusters and bomb them.
All right, Cliff, I like that.
But
as long as some violence is happening, I'm down.
Yes, sir.
can we not, on the very
Well,
platform
on that
we're
note,
trying to address, advocate any kind of violence, at least in the first 583 hours?
You see my hat, right? That's all we get trained for.
You know, that's something that I feel like you should not be sharing to the general public. I do think it may send some of the wrong message.
Okay, I am not a violent person per se. However, when my friends are attacked, I will become extremely violent when necessary.
Right, but like, shouldn't we have a plan? Shouldn't we actually try to follow through with the plan? Shouldn't we be doing the sneak attacks and sleeping under the enemy encampment and setting up the little mirrors to fuck with them? Shouldn't we be doing that? Isn't that part of your training?
No, that's not how we are trained.
You're telling me that never happens ever.
I'm not saying that never happens ever, but that we are.
I know. I'm just saying, stop thinking.
All right,
stop thinking Strike Force Alpha and think, of like Strike Force, sleepy time, and like we'll escalate in a nice pattern.
The only real
all
time
right, thanks everyone for coming tonight.
We're only talking
We're
about
going to see you in the next
kill
one.
people.
But
I mean,
I
the
didn't say
channel-
anything about